Hey, hey you guys. Hi, welcome to my replay viewers who are watching. Thank you for my YouTubers who are watching. It's a great day. For those who are replaying, viewing, just so you know, if you're not following me, you can hit the little bald guy in the lower right hand corner of your screen and hit the follow button so that you can stay on top of all of my upcoming scopes that I'll be doing. And you can also share this to your followers, and hearts are always welcome, even on the replay, like right now. So thank you guys for joining. Happy Friday. You guys let me know who you are, who's in the house. I'll be turning this camera around here in just a second, because trust, we're gonna make this quick. I'm gonna keep this one under 8 minutes. Yeah, but we're gonna touch on all the info. Welcome. Looks like my Periscope is acting crazy, so I'm seeing numbers of people in the chat, but I'm not necessarily seeing chat. So can somebody hit 1 or just hit a letter or number so I can see if I can see comments at all? I might need to start the scope over with, because I don't see any. I see numbers of people here. Periscope's been acting kind of funny. I see numbers of people here, but I don't see comments of any kind. So let me know, can you guys see this okay, or do I need to start over? Welcome. This is crazy. Like, I don't see anything going on. Okay, you guys, I don't know if my Periscope is acting crazy or what, because I can't see any comments or anything on my end. So hey you guys. All right, I don't know, I'm gonna try this again. Oh, okay, now I'm seeing people. Hey Maya, thank you for inviting followers. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm so excited. It's your first time on one of my scopes. Yay. Hey, Makeup Artist by Monica. Thanks for joining me. How are you? Blog Beautifully joined. Hey, Creative Chicks or Chicks. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming on. Consulting Nadia 870. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you. Nice to see you all. Oh, look at those hearts. I love it, hearts. Hey, Creative Chicks, thanks. Trendy Socialite, thank you for inviting your followers. I really appreciate it. So you guys can see me. Hey, how you guys doing? Thank you for showing up. Excuse the fun cord. We're sawing and making doors smaller for our house. We got some things to do. Hey, come on over from Maya's Recap. Thank you for coming over, and thank you again, Maya, for inviting Maya Elias. Thank you, Maya. Yes, you see I chopped it off. Maya Elias, for you guys who don't know, if you need help with your branding and becoming more visible online, get your clarity on, that's who you want to go see. Maya is the ish. So I'm going to work really hard at being concise in this scope today, but also getting the information out there, because sometimes I'm a little bit long-winded, but it's hot as Hades out here today. So that heat is going to be a good instrument to keep me on task. So if for those of you guys who are out here who are first, oops, let's see. Maya, I'm getting your Twitter stuff on my phone. Hey you guys, so if this is your first time watching one of my scopes, my name is Sonia Tompkins, and I help retail and service-based entrepreneurs. Oh, there's so many comments, I can't hardly keep up. Hey you guys, anyway, I'm Sonia Tompkins, and I teach retail and service-based entrepreneurs how to start their businesses. And I help them do that through my online courses and one-on-one coaching sessions. I am a serial entrepreneur. I've been a solopreneur for 20 years. I own my own salon and day spa and 3 different women's boutiques, so I kind of have some receipts to back up what I teach. So I'm here today, and this is actually day 5 of my series on Periscope, Behind the Boutique. Hey, Cupcake Minnie, thank you for joining. Showing you guys some things that go on behind the scenes, what you need to know and or do when you are starting and or operating your boutique business. So this week has been about kind of reaching out to those who are in retail and wanting tips on how to do that a little bit better and in a way that's going to bring you some more profits. Those hearts are amazing. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It looks so pretty. So today I want to talk about, hey, DOP Boutique. Hey, how are you? Yeah, okay, Cupcake Minnie. I know, because Maddie James, she gets it to you too, so I better hurry up. So listen, so we're going to talk today about the first 3 things you can do, and you can do these things right now today to start your boutique if you have not already started it, okay? So outside of knowing where you get inventory and all that stuff from, we'll talk about that quickly at the end of this. But when you're first starting out, I'm going to tell you really quick what you need to do right now to start your boutique business, okay? So the first and most important thing that you need to do, if you don't know this already, is you need to know what kind of boutique you actually want. I know that sounds crazy. I know people are like, no, I already know what kind of boutique I want. I want a women's boutique. Yeah, but who are you selling to? What kind of women? Who are they? How old are they? Where do they shop? Where does she eat at? What does she like to watch on TV? You know what I mean? What is it that she needs that she's not finding that you have? So yes, thank you, Maya. Decide what kind of boutique you want. Is it a women's boutique? Is it a men's boutique? And is it a plus size women's boutique? Is it a plus size women boutique that caters to a more Afrocentric woman? Is it a boutique for club wear for women? See, there's so many. Hey, Bethany, thank you for the compliment. So there's so many things that you need to know and clarify in terms of knowing what kind of boutique you actually want, because just saying I want a clothing boutique, I know that sounds like you've got it clear, but in terms of budgeting and in the spirit of being a boutique owner, you need to narrow that down. You need to, as they say, niche it down. So I've repeated this a lot of times this week, and I'll say it again. When you say you want to open a boutique, by definition, a boutique means that you have a specialty item or you have a very small selection of any items that you sell. Okay, so again, if you think you want to have a women's boutique and you're going to sell to all kind of women, all ethnicities, all sizes, all age ranges, and things like that, Nasija Nish says, hey, do you do accessories, boutique suit? Yes, any kind of boutique. I personally, I've sold everything in my boutiques. I've had 3 different ones, so I've had 3 different types of boutiques. So I can help anybody that wants to do any type of fashion-based, makeup-based boutique, online, brick and mortar, etc. But so, by definition, a boutique means that you have a specialty item or you have a limited quantity or size. And so therefore, just trying to say I want to have a women's boutique, that's not a boutique. That's a department store. If you want to carry everything in every size for every person, everywhere, that's a department store, and you better have a department store bank account, because your boutique your boutique capital probably can't support that idea in the first place, right? So Maya says true. So I learned that kind of the hard way, you know, because we want to please people and we want to help everybody out and have something for everybody, and we're afraid if you don't have a particular style or a particular size that you're losing money, when actually by narrowing it down, thank you for those hearts, they just keep coming. By narrowing it down, you're actually going to attract the right kind of customers who will buy from you and become your most loyal customers, right? So number 1 is to find out and clarify what kind of boutique you want to have and who you're catering to, right? So the second thing you want to do, and this is really simple, most people think this is really difficult to do, but you need to get online and or get on your phone and call the U.S. what is it? I'm about to say U.S. Department of Treasury. You ain't got to call now, but you do. So no plus sizes. Yes, you can sell plus sizes. Of course you can. I don't currently have a boutique any longer. I coach and consult other people on how to start them. My lifestyle is just way too hectic. I'm moving for the 6th time in 8 years. So yeah, it's just, and I got a toddler and it's no. So I coach and help other people who want to do this because I did it for 10 years, so I know it. But not the U.S. Department of Treasury, you guys. You want to get online and are called the IRS, okay? And here's why. You want to get what is called an EIN for your business. And an EIN is an employer identification number. Essentially, it is your business's social security number. And the reason you want to have this, one of the reasons you want to have it is because, thanks Maya for popping that in there, is you can't open a business bank account without this EIN number. Okay, you can't do step number 3 that I'm about to tell you about without your EIN number, and you won't be taken seriously by any reliable manufacturers when you go to buy your inventory wholesale, because you don't have this EIN number. So that essentially is your business's social security number. It lets people know that you are official, and it gets, that's right, get that business bank account so you can do real business, because if you're doing it under your personal accounts, it's going to be looked at as a hobby, and God forbid if something goes wrong, they're going to come after you, and it's coming out your personal account, and that's sad face. So after you get your EIN number, and I actually, if we were like on the computer, I would just do a screen share, but I'm going to try to show you now because I pulled it up for you guys. Yeah, Maya Elias is always on top of her stuff. So let me I'm trying to show you guys on my computer, and of course this thing, she want to act crazy. But you want to get your EIN number, and if I get this together on my computer, I'll actually show you the web address. What kind of business should boutiques be, LLC or corporation? So either of those are good options. The only thing that I would say you don't want to do is set it up as a sole proprietorship, because again, for tax reasons and for liability issues, having an LLC or a corporation will allow you to shield your personal assets. And I am not a lawyer, so I'm not going to really get that deep into that, but I can tell you that that's been my experience and my the information that I was given by my tax and legal attorney. So I need my personal assets shielded. Yes, you do. Like, what if somebody comes in, aka my car bit? That's right. Like, somebody, listen, I had this happen to a colleague of mine that had a boutique in a mall, and somebody came into her store and crossed the threshold from like the common area into her store and actually tripped on the carpet and fell, and she sued the business. Now, what if she would have just been a sole proprietor, right? Then she could have came after my girlfriend's Benz, and that would have been double sad face. So you need to protect your personal assets, and that's why you get those numbers. So, okay, so my computer is acting great. IRS.gov is the website that you want to go to. Let me wipe that off and see if that's better. IRS.gov. That's where you want to go to get your employer identification number. I don't know why that's so blurry, you guys. I'm sorry, but yep, you see it. So it's really easy, and you can actually go online and get your EIN number immediately. Like, this doesn't take a week or 2 weeks or whatever to get. You can go on there, sign up, and get that number immediately. You can also call them to get that number over the phone. So it's super easy. There's no reason why after this scope you don't get online and go to irs.gov and get you an EIN number, right? Okay, third thing you want to do is best way to get customers to your boutique. Oh gosh, there's a lot of ways. We'll be talking about that. One of the best ways to get people to your boutique is actually having the things that those particular people want and or need. So, but we'll get to that. So then after that, you want to go to your Secretary of State's office. You can do that online as well. And what you're doing there is setting up your business entity. So you're setting up whether or not you are an LLC, a corporation, or a sole proprietorship, which I just suggested that you not do the third, but if that's what you choose to do, it's the simplest, and that's free to do, but it's free now, but it could cost you a lot later. So again, I would recommend or suggest that you get that business entity set up as a LLC or a corporation, which is very inexpensive, even if you do it, especially if you do it yourself. Yeah, start functioning like a real business. Maya knows. Get that set up, and if you do it yourself, I know in the state of Missouri, I think it's like $75 to set up your own LLC. Like, that's nothing. $75. You trying to start a whole business? What's $75? You don't have $75 to start that. You might want to put this on pause. Okay, so that's the third thing that you need to do. And with those three things, you literally can get your business structured and set up today. It is Friday. It is June. It's the middle of the year. What the F are you waiting on? That's cheap. Yeah, like, it's cheap. Like, in New York City, it's so much more. Well, everything's more expensive in New York City, honey. That's the price you pay. But still, I mean, it's well worth it. You know, I'm sure it's well worth it, right? So that's what those three things alone will get you set up and get you structured and ready. I spent all my money in NYC. Yeah, I read that in your post. I'm so sorry. What about registering your business with your county? So you may have to set up your sales tax information for your sales tax revenue with your particular city or county. So like in St. Louis, where I was from, so I had my Secretary of State. I had to be set up with the state. I had to be set up with the federal government for your federal taxes for the business itself, and then sales tax is for your individual city, county, or municipality that you're in, to keep people from stealing your name. You really can't do that unless you do file a fictitious name and then trademark it, which is generally not really that necessary. Did you run online boutiques? I did once, but my preference was doing brick and mortar, but I know how to do them. I just preferred to do brick and mortar boutiques. It was more fun for me. It's more of what my passion was centered around that. But the way you set things up and all that is all the same. I'll tell you what else is the same with an online boutique as a brick and mortar, and that is figuring out where to get the bomb merchandise from, okay? Who on here has been on Alibaba, AliExpress, eBay? See, I did all the background work, but I just can't get people to my pages. Okay, email me, Sonia@sincerelysonia.com. Let's talk about it. Somebody said they could never be a brick and mortar boutique owner. Listen, it's not that hard. It's really not. Brick and mortar boutiques versus online boutiques, one is not easier than the other. A lot of people think having an online boutique is easier and cheaper, but it is not. It's just different. I talked about that in my scope yesterday, so follow me and then look at my broadcast and pull up my scopes from earlier this week. I talked about that. It's not easier and it's not harder. Oh, I just missed that last comment. Cheap ain't always better, y'all. Right, it's not. Cheap generally costs you a lot later on. I've been on those, but never purchased from them other than eBay. Okay, if you're on any of those three, Alibaba Express, Alibaba, eBay, if you're on any of those and you think you're buying stuff wholesale, you are not. You're not. You're not even close to buying it wholesale. Alibaba is international wholesale merchandise, like storefront, and I won't, right, X's. Yeah, you're not buying wholesale if you're getting from them. AliExpress, because first of all, you're not ordering large enough quantities to pay for it, to have it be wholesale coming from overseas. All right, you're not. Alibaba, you can in some instances, but you have to buy such large quantities, and when I say large quantities, I'm talking 300 to 500 of each individual piece. So for instance, this set of earrings, this style of earrings, you might have to buy 300 of those from Alibaba to actually get it at wholesale. And if you're a boutique, why you need 300 of these? You don't. And AliExpress, you don't have to get those large quantities, but that's why you're not getting wholesale prices. And what I don't like about either of those is that a lot of times your merchandise does not look the way the picture looks. I talked about this in a past scope. You order an extra large and it's a size 2 when you get it, and that's their extra large. You have to remember a lot of this is manufactured in China and overseas, and they're not shaped like us. Yeah, so Brittany Rose says that happened to her. So you guys know what I'm talking about. And if it's on eBay, it's not wholesale just because it's just not. Okay, so if you want to find a wholesale marketplace, I'm glad you asked that. I am hosting a live master class this Sunday, June the 12th. It is at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, you would like take that back and don't ever send me ish out, right? So I'm hosting a live masterclass this Sunday. It is at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, you guys. It is called Buy Like a Boss. Why is it called that? Because I'm going to show you how to buy like a boss and stop buying like a customer, like we have all done in the past, and like some of you have done by your comments here, right? Stop buying on eBay. Stop buying, you know, this is not wholesale, okay? I'm going to show you exactly where you get great merchandise from. Thanks. Yeah, tune in. Let me give you the link to it. It is bit.ly, bit.ly/buy like a boss. I have it written down. I'm sitting on it, but I'll turn it around so you guys can see the link in case someone. So it's buy like a boss, bit.ly link. Thank you for sharing that. That's right. Snap that photo. So it's going to be a live 1.5 to 2 hour masterclass. And the reason I say up to 2 hours is because I'm going to be doing, at the end of the actual course, I'm going to do a live Q&A and mini coaching sessions. I'm going to do boutique critiques. So anybody who has any questions and you want specific answers about something that maybe I didn't touch on that's not necessarily related to buying like a boss, but it's boutique related, I'm going to answer your questions during this live masterclass, okay? And can I watch for info on inventory other than clothing? So this is going to cover it's going to cover where you can find reliable merchandise for women's clothing, children's clothing, shoes, accessories, handbags, scarves, lingerie, pretty much everything in a fashion category with the exception of men's stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't dabble at all in men's clothing, so I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about with that. So this is specific to those categories, okay? And not only am I going to tell you exactly where to get merchandise from, I'm going to tell you the fashion garment district capital of the U.S. where you can get this stuff from. And not only am I going to tell you how to get it wholesale, I'm going to tell you how you can purchase merchandise at 50 to 85% off already wholesale prices. This information is what changed my boutique business overnight. A year and a half of having my boutique, going to the shows, going to my showrooms, even after I had reliable sources, okay, they didn't even tell me about what I'm going to tell you about. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time and stumbled upon it and was like, what the, like for real, like same merchandise I was buying. It was wholesale. I was buying wholesale. Okay, I'm not complaining about the prices. But when I found out I could buy that same stuff at this particular time, at this particular place, so instead of it being $14 wholesale, it's $6. Profits just went like confetti. Why don't you want to know this? I don't know why you want to know this. You want to be here. I've done a wholesale directory, a guide in the past. Here's where this is different. That's just a list with names, contact information, and addresses. This gives you times, dates. I'm actually doing like a little travel itinerary. So I'm going to tell you how you can save money actually on traveling to get here, how to save money on where to stay, where to go, when to go, and how to get this wholesale merchandise at even less than wholesale prices. So your profits, let's not focus so much on, I was saying in my scope the other day that people they're so focused on how much they made in net sales, right? So that's a great number to know, but really, how much are your profits? What is your profit margin? Like, that's the money that you can bring home. That's the money that counts. It doesn't matter how much you sold an item for. If you sold it for $300, but your profit was only $60, I mean, that's okay. But what if you sold it for $300, but your profit margin, well, I'm gonna be more realistic. What if you sold it for $60, but your profit margin was 48? That's what you're going to learn in Buy Like a Boss, right? So I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that and get that type of merchandise consistently, so that every time you buy, she says, I need this. Thank you. I just started back building my business. Yeah, see, God knows. I'm on time because God is on time for us. So I'm glad that I'm sharing information that you guys find exciting, and it's going to be really, really useful. This is stuff that nobody's telling you about, right? How many of us have been asking or trying to find or Googling, and people are like either tight-lipped, or they're giving you random information that they really don't know about because they haven't done it, or it's outdated, right? So again, it's Buy Like a Boss. It's going to be this Sunday. I do have some early bird seats still available. I think just a few. It's a great price point, you guys. Definitely go sign up, find out about it, show up for class. Once you invest in this masterclass, you also get lifetime access to the material and the information, and any updates that I will do in the future, you already have access to that. Listen, when I tell you this is like going to change your boutique business, I mean it. I mean, it's crazy. I was just kind of like floored and kind of pissed off too at the same time. But once I knew, then I knew, and I never went back the other way again, right? So you guys, I gotta run. I'm melting out here. I haven't eaten, but I'm staying true to doing my 5 days on Periscope here. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining, for showing, sharing, following. I am at Sincerely Sonia everywhere on social media. My name is spelled with a J, by the way, so it's SONJA. So sincerelysonia.com is my website address. See you on Sunday. A lot of info available is so product, service, business. So happy to, like, because nobody wants to tell you where they're getting their stuff from. That's why it's been so much about services, because boutique owners and people in fashion don't want to tell you where they get their stuff from. They're kind of snobby, you know. So anyway, thank you guys for showing up. Those hearts are beautiful. I appreciate you. If you have any questions about the class, feel free to email me at sonia@sincerelysonia.com, and sign up today because enrollment closes tomorrow night. If you are just now joining the scope, please hit replay and watch it. There's some information in here you want to know. See you guys later. Stay bossed up.